off to Taiwan and get a nice new VinFast electric car as your taxi. Unlike some other countries, you get crappy old taxis. These are state of the art. Take about 40 minutes to get to the airport. Yeah, so it's 11:30 AM now. My flight leaves at 2:40, so Dave, the owner of my hotel, reckons that if I leave now 11:30, it would take 40 minutes to get there, and that should be perfect timing. Let's hope so. So just coming around Westlake Airport's just about here. I started off here. One day I'm going to have to go around Westlake, 17 kilometres around. I've only done this a little bit. I'll have to rent a bicycle or something, go around. It'll be a nice ride if the weather's not too hot. And this is where we're heading later today, Taiwan. You can see there's mountains on this side and the cities are all on this side. Flying into Kaohsiung here. And then I take the red line to my hotel from the airport. And then last time I flew into Taipei in the north, or Taoyuan I think it is. But this time, flying into the south, I'm planning to head this way around the island. I want to go to the quiet bit first. This is a very quiet bit. I'm going to take the train around and stop off at all these places. There's Hualien and a few others. I'm pretty much going to do as much as I can in 3 weeks. See what I think of it. Vietnamese are very cool. I'd quite like the job of a motorcycle taxi rider. That'd be a cool job. I'd love that. So, driver just did Google Translate to tell me he's stopping for 5 minutes to pick up a package for a customer. I've got loads of time, I'm not in a rush. See these apartment blocks here, like they've all got the Vietnamese flags, or nearly all of them are hanging off the balcony. They're so bloody proud of their country. Yeah, so we're gonna go basically around here to the airport, cross the river, Red River I think it is, the huge river that comes through Hanoi, and yeah, it's a cool city. I don't know, I said before I'm not sure I could live here, but yeah, it's a cool city. So we've just come across the bridge and they're building something out there. It looks like the Millennium Dome in London. Huge white dome. Millions of cranes as well, not just around there but around it. Must be building a whole new housing estate or something. Incredible. Yeah, Vietnam in 20 years time is going to be a very different country. Super developed, I reckon. Quite a big highway, this one. Yeah, so that took 40 minutes exactly, almost. We stopped for 5 minutes, so yeah, it would have been less than 40 minutes. But yeah, that's always a pretty clear road, even in rush hour. Doesn't grind to a halt. Good, let's go and check in. So yeah, I'm flying to Kaohsiung at 2:40, so yeah, this is my queue line. It looks really, really busy. B1 to 10. Oh my god, it's so busy. Yeah, I think this is about the longest queue I've ever been in at an airport. Mind you, there's quite a few desks. Might not take too long. So I'm feeling pretty excited now about doing this. Saturday, it's about 12:30. And where I'm going tonight, Kaohsiung, is like a beautiful port city on the ocean. So, and the buildings look stunning. So, and the temple, everything looks stunning. I've got 3 nights booked at a hotel there, so I'll start off with that and see how we get on. I'll be pretty tired by the time I get in there tonight. Gotta get a train. It's only a direct train, 25 minutes. And my hotel's right next to the train station. I didn't want to be messing about. It's basically the cheapest hotel near the train station that hasn't got terrible reviews, so there are hostels, but yeah, I don't want to share rooms. Not right now anyway. So there's not that many flights going out. Singapore, Taichung. Oh, Taichung, okay. Didn't know they flew to Taichung. Bangkok, Singapore, KL. Huh, Taichung. Have to look at that. Guangzhou, China, Shenzhen, China, KL. Bangkok, Vientiane, Siem Reap, Xiamen Island, Siem Reap. Interesting, Taichung. But anyway, I know for next time you can fly to Taichung. To be honest, getting through there took a while. It was quite a long queue at bag checking, and then to go through security and everything. That just took a long time. It's really busy Vietnam right now with tourists and just, yeah, I think they're getting to the point where they haven't got the capacity quite to deal with the number of tourists now coming in. It's just more and more and more. And, I understand why. So it's the 26th of April today. Pretty murky out there still. I think the best time to come here is, for me, hot season, June, July, August, even though it's really hot. You get those beautiful clear skies. Although I would enjoy winter as well, I think, like proper cold in Hanoi. That'd be nice. I might, yeah, I'll come back for winter soon. Looks like they're expanding the terminal. Not a bad view from the window of the toilet. That makes sense, yeah, they need a bigger terminal. It's quite weird, but the food choices at this end of the airport are like 10 times better than they are at the other end. Normally, like, they match it pretty much, so it's the same on either side, but yeah, it's like good food, bad food. The restaurant I like is all the bloody way down here. Yeah, my favourite restaurant is literally at the other end of the airport. Well, we're doing a lot of work out here. I'm just having an avocado smoothie. Yeah, I haven't got as much time as I normally have because I think it's because it took so long to get through customs and what have you. Sky looks a lot clearer coming into Taiwan. Clear blue sky, 29 degrees. Coming in over the ocean. Sun's going to set quite soon. Back in Taiwan. Kaohsiung looks really interesting. The way we came in, some amazing buildings, which we will see later. Interesting. This airport looks nicer than the airport that I came into last time in Taipei, like the main one. Well, that's very much like the hill tribes in Southeast Asia. Sun's not quite down. Yeah, it's a very nice, clean looking airport. Stone Weir, Pingu. What's this? Underwater shot at Quimai. Wow. Abalone Bay. Oh my god, so much to see. Kaohsiung image. Wow, we're going to be busy. Lots to see. Wow. They had some similar pictures in Taipei in the airport. So this is either the second or the third largest city in the country. It's right in the south, and I'm planning to go around it the whole island anti-clockwise. But I'll have to get into the middle as well and do a bit of the green grassland. Qing Farm. It's like an English castle. Fantastic Taiwan bamboo. Sunset over Nine Frogs. Okay. She turtles, cool. Where's that? Kaohsiung. Oh right, that's here. Quite a nice beach or coastal area. Oh yeah. Lulian Island. Taiwan. Wow, they're all going mad if they're duty free. There's a couple of duty free shops as soon as you get off the plane, and they are doing a roaring trade. Cigarettes and alcohol and perfume. So passport control looks like it's going to be a lot faster than it was in Taipei. It took quite a long time. There was quite a queue and there weren't many kiosks, but this looks very open. Sorry, very well staffed. Man, that was so fast. I was literally through in like 5 minutes. Like, she even smiled at me twice. Don't normally get that from immigration, but yeah, I had my online arrival form completed. So yeah, if you complete that online and print it out, that just makes it. There's another foreign guy there turned up. Didn't realise he had to do it, and he's having to fill out a little manual form, but there's quite a few questions on it. It's better to just get it done online. So yeah, I've just got to pick up my bag, go and get some cash out of the ATM, and then take the train to Kaohsiung station, and my hotel is pretty much near the station. So to give you an idea of what Kaohsiung looks like, see that poster up there? That's the harbour. Got like big buildings, looks a bit like Chicago, like downtown. And then yeah, you're literally on the ocean. Looks bloody awesome. Some massive queue here. What is it? Customs. Because I think probably a lot of Chinese try to bring all sorts of weird stuff in, so they have to have this quite strict customs. So there's no people like me here. Everyone here is Asian. There's one other like Western looking guy at immigration filling out a form before, but apart from that everyone is Asian. Whereas when I flew into Taipei last year, there were quite a few foreigners like me. They're saying, yeah, don't bring any food in, basically. Right, so a new adventure begins. Got a sniffer dog there, very sensible. And we are in exit. Oh, this is nice, chilled out little airport. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so I just used the ATM. Really straightforward. Took out about £230, which is 10,000 new Taiwanese dollars. And I'm ready to catch the train into town. Shall I change some money? Or shall I keep my Vietnamese dong? I've got about 20 quid of it. So just so peaceful. It's like 7 o'clock on a Saturday evening. This is the train station underground at the airport. This might be one of the quietest airports I've ever been to. That's beautiful, man. Totally gnarly. Yeah, they're really big on nature here. They're showing you all the different birds you can see all over Taiwan. Pheasant, yellow tit, barbet. That's what I'm here for, see the birds. Well, that's useful. They've got a really comprehensive MRT system. So I'm at the airport here. I'm going into the centre. Where is it? Kaohsiung. Oh, there we go. Kaohsiung main station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stops. Easy. Man, this is so easy, even I can understand it. So, yeah, I'm there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stops to Kaohsiung main station, and can't really get lost. There's only one other line that goes the other way, and it only goes one more stop that way, and that's the end of the line. So yeah, this is super modern, super clean, super quiet. I was a bit overwhelmed when I arrived in Taiwan last year. In fact, it wasn't that busy, but it was a lot busier than this, especially like going through customs and stuff. But this has just been, oh my god, a sweet ride. Yeah, this is so easy. Goes almost all the way to my hotel. Right, we're at the main station now. I've got my QR code to check out of the station, and it's about 200 meters from here to my hotel. This is going to be a very basic hotel. This is really useful. So where I am now, you are here, Kaohsiung main station. That's on the railway, like the general railway line, which is what I'm going to take to go around to my next destination. So I was kind of doing a bit of research, but I kind of picked the perfect location. So funny, it just doesn't get anything like the tourists you get in Thailand or Vietnam. Like, you get out of the airport there and it's just tourists everywhere, whereas here, well, I've come in, I was at the airport, I've come in from the airport. There you go, join the army. Do you want an old white guy? Dr. Hammer. Oh wow, that's like stuff I used to do when I was younger. So my Google Maps still isn't updating location, but that's because I was still underground, I think. This is coming out into the city from the MRT. Nice lights. It's cool. Looks snazzy. Right, this has brought me into the main railway station. It's absolutely bloody huge. I want to get out onto the street. I think I can go that way. Some sort of Buddhist thing here at the station, I think. 7:30 it is. My flight got in just after 6, so that's pretty good going. I'm almost at my hotel if I go the right way. Well, this stuff is pretty fancy. These escalators, yeah, they work when you step on them. Okay. Well, we were well below ground, like, well, we were a couple of 100 meters underground.
The handrail and step firmly onto the escalator.
Yes, sir. Kaohsiung station. This is my first view of Kaohsiung City on a Saturday night, the 26th of April 2025. And I think my hotel is over there somewhere. Wow, looks pretty cool. Yeah. What's that? There's a hotel. That won't be mine. Wow, look at that for a crazy downtown. Man, that's pretty crazy. Big wide open road. Whew. Station. Well, this city already looks like 10 times cooler than the city that I was in last year. I was in this shitty little city which I just couldn't see myself living in, but this looks absolutely bloody awesome. We are about to discover something new. There's one Westerner over there. Man, this looks very nice. Yeah, that's quite a nice looking hotel. And that's kind of a shitty looking old apartment block. That's the station. And there's some other quite nice looking hotels here. But yeah, that brought me out completely the wrong side of the station. Wow, that looks lovely. I should have checked in there. Papoa Hotel. Nice little downstairs seating area. I'm pretty much sure my hotel is going to be ghetto. Yeah, that is a monster of a station. They're filming some sort of skit there. Two girls dressed up. It's rare that my sense of direction gets thrown off, but often when I'm in an underground train situation and I pop up out of one of those underground stations, that's when it'll get me, like it just did. Oh, nice buildings down here as well. There's certainly no shortage of hotels in this area. We've got the Royal Hotel off to the left there. Oh, I should mention the temperature. It's very nice. It said it was 29 degrees when we came in a couple of hours ago, so it's probably dropping off to like 28, 27. McDonald's there for ice cream tea. Kindness Hotel. Got some Indonesian food. I've never had Indonesian food that I'm aware of, so might give that one a whirl at some point. Royal Hotel. My hotel's just behind here, just behind the Royal Hotel. Oh, quick. So on this 3-week trip, I might get to show you just about every place in Taiwan. Well, not every place, but we're going round Taiwan. We're going to see quite a lot. Oh, something red. I'm meant to walk. I didn't see that. Now, find my hotel. What strikes me quite immediately is the feeling there's a lot more space in this city than where I was last time. Last time it felt like it was really crammed and there was nowhere to park for people. It was really busy, whereas this feels, yeah, quite nicely chilled out. That's a nice hotel. God, maybe I should have booked a luxury hotel. Wow, so it's like 100 for a dish, which is like a couple of quid. Pretty good. Looks like there's a canal thing here. I haven't crossed this yet. I thought I was on the other side of the canal. Oh, I am. So I am completely now going in the right direction for a change. My hotel's just there, I think. Taiwan has such a unique feeling. It's so different to the other Asian countries. So there's a load of people here from Indonesia. There's 3 lads there. It's a Saturday night. They're sat having their beers there on the bridge. It's not a big bar culture. Yeah. So just been accosted. All right, guys. I've just been accosted by a beggar who was right in front of me, asking me for money. Don't know if it's because he's on film or. I just said to him in English, obviously, I just stepped off an aeroplane. Get out of my face. Oh, guy. Yeah, I just found it bizarre when I was in Taiwan last year, and I mentioned to the school that I went to that I'd seen loads of homeless people, and they looked at me like I was crazy. They were like, "There's no homeless people in Taiwan, what are you talking about?" Literally, I got off the plane 2 hours ago. I've just been accosted by a homeless guy. He literally said in English, money. Just walked up to me, pointing, jabbing a finger at me and said, money. Like, I get it, he's desperate, but anyone that tells you there's no homeless problem in Taiwan is nuts. So, yeah, so my hotel's just here on this bloody flash looking street. My goodness. My goodness. There we go, single in. Black sign, that's me. And that's the old facade of the train station. Cool. Looks alright actually from the outside. I just thought that was my hotel. I thought that looks really nice, but it's not, it's the one next door. Let's see what that's like. Oh, it's got a downstairs area. Oh wow, I knew I was getting breakfast, but I had it in my head it was going to be a shitty looking place, but actually it looks really nice. Man, I think I got unlucky. The place I went to last year in Taiwan, I got a bad one. This place is way nicer than I expected. It's got a bar downstairs at reception. It's got a public bathhouse. It's got a little coffee area. Yeah, it's got a public, like, Japanese style bathing place on the second floor and a communal eating space. Wow, this is so much cooler than where I was. So we are in Kaohsiung, ladies and gentlemen, exploring. Time for a shower, time to get out and see what's what. I booked this hotel for like less than £20 a night. And it includes breakfast, and it's got the bathhouse and a bar downstairs. How mad is that? And it's got a little area outside here where you can smoke and have a pint. Ooh. A single. So I guess you get what you pay for. The world's smallest hotel room. And there's no ensuite, it's shared. Bathroom. Yeah, toilets and showers are a shared situation. Oh well. So yeah, I think if I'd paid an extra £10, I could have stayed in another hotel where you get like oh shit, a proper sized room. And in retrospect, I should have done that. I should have got a proper sized room. You're not allowed to eat in this room. Obviously there's no fridge, there's basically nothing. It's just a little tomb to see. Oh, that's cool. Got a lounge on the second floor with that view. Bring your own food in. Oh, that's very nice. They've got plug sockets. Oh, yeah, that's good. Kindness Hotel. Proper sized hotel rooms. yeah, this very much reminds me of Japan. But be quite lucky to get a view like this from a quiet hotel lounge in Japan. Wow. The only thing is the internet's not working. Not in my room. He said there's too many people using it, but they were using it all night. So. Kindness Hotel, I think, came up. It's not too expensive. Not sure I can survive in a little cave like that. Yeah, Taiwan is a bit of a weird one. Like, I mean, look, I'm staying in this really central location and I have got a private room, but when I say a private room, it's literally a bed. There's no desk, there's no TV, the internet is not working. To get a place like that, the Kindness over there, which is it's quite an old building actually, but the rooms look a decent size. I've just checked, so they're 50 quid a night if you want one of those. So yeah, I mean, you pretty much, if you want a proper hotel room, you're paying the same price you'd pay in the UK. In the UK you can get a hotel for £50 a night, probably nicer than that actually, like just a travel lodge or something. But here, yeah. So the river and the ocean's off over there. The biggest night market is 2 blocks over to the right, so I can have a look at that. I mean, it looks like an epic city, but I can sense again straight away, same as last time, people do not really go out here at night. I've just come from Hanoi where everyone's partying every night of the week, and here, yeah, it's very sedate. Just talked to the owner or the receptionist at the hotel. Big guy, speaks really good English. He's been living here 20 years. He's actually from Hsinchu, that city that I was going to move to last year. And he just said to me, I said I found it a bit boring. He said, everyone in Taiwan basically says the same thing. It's boring in Hsinchu. That's what everyone says. So yeah, I managed to go to the most boring place in the whole of bloody Taiwan. But yeah, I don't know, man. Barbecued meat, that is amazing. In China we call that shao kao. I'm not sure if it's the same here. Oh, it's got a beer. Taiwan beer. Yeah, this is a pretty huge night market. Very interesting kind of feel to it. Food looks really good actually. Some really nice looking crabs, deep fried crabs back there. I think the price is the price, 100, 150. I'm really surprised actually how many Westerners are here. Like, Kaohsiung is not a place that is very well known. Certainly not somewhere I knew very well. I know Asia pretty well, but yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few tourists around. Outside the night market there, and then they've got a map of the city here, or a picture of the city, and welcome in all the different languages. I just looked at like how far I've walked from my hotel. And the answer is not that far, but it felt like bloody miles. Yeah, I don't think from anyone from the videos I've watched of Taiwan has like captured the feel of this place. I think a lot of it comes down to these slick editing fucking things they do on these videos. They do overlays and cutaways and music, and by the time they're finished, the place isn't the place that they filmed. But it's very sedate. I'm getting the sedate feel again. Whereas no bars, as we found last time. Yeah, although the food looks a lot better here than the city where I was last time. Yeah, I don't quite understand Taiwan. I think a lot goes on behind closed doors, like whatever's going on in their restaurant, I think. But there's no sidewalk. Well, there is a sidewalk, but people have put their businesses right across it. So you either walk in the road or you walk across the front of someone's business. It's not a big deal, I don't think. Oh. Laundry. Do it yourself. So I'm going ghetto. I've got some bush beer from 7-Eleven. So these places have just about everything you want. Drinks, coffee, somewhere to sit and eat as well. It's the way they seem to like to do it. Got bins here that they don't normally have. Well, they didn't have in the city where I was anyway. This year we got bins. So my first impressions of Kaohsiung are it's a modern, very clean, very well organised Taiwanese city with these massive boulevards all across the city. I'm going to walk to the park. Yeah, another typical street. Lots of nice buildings. It says it's a spa. What kind of spa? I'm not sure. Some okay apartments. Those are like high-end apartments. I bet they cost millions. Yes. Right, looks like I found the local park and the no bin policy in Taiwan. It's caught up with me again because I've now got an empty can and nowhere to put it. I don't want to walk around for hours with an empty can, but it's pristine here. Absolutely pristine. What do people do with things? Maybe they carry like a bag around with them and take it back. I think that's a Japanese restaurant. So there's super nice places to eat. Having a few beers down there, but nice buildings. We've got quite a cool street food place here. So there's a hostel here called Let's Hostel. I checked the hostels online and I'll check that one later and see how much that is, but some of them are more expensive than my private room, and even though it's a small private room, like, I'm not doing bunk beds. And we're back here. Some of the food looks pretty good. Wow, these are like giant bits of squid. He cuts it up and they sit there and eat. Belly kimchi. Giant scallion meat roll. That's meat wrapped around veg. Looks bloody amazing actually. It's about £4. Using a blowtorch to do cubes of beef. £4 for a large, £2 for a small. So the same as the city I was in Taiwan last year. Filipinos everywhere. But they basically use the Filipinos here for the jobs they don't want to do themselves. Filipinos are brilliant people. I just met a whole bunch. There were 17 Filipino guys in a group staying at my hotel in Hanoi, and they told me they have a holiday once a year. They go to a new country and they just want to do the tourist stuff, try egg coffee, go to Halong Bay. But it's just brilliant people. They're super smart. Their English is exceptional. They've got good heads on their shoulders, especially the educated ones anyway, have got good heads on their shoulders. So I think I'm just going to get some water and some basic food from 7-Eleven. Probably go back to the night market tomorrow and try some of the stuff. It's quite a pretty train station, the old building down there. I wonder if the Japanese built that, like they did in Hsinchu. Guy at the hotel tonight said the only interesting thing in Hsinchu is the old Japanese train station. That's it, basically. That's it. Some Japanese food for dinner.